You're listening to the Talking TUF podcast, creating tough minds for fitness, nutrition, and business. With your hosts, Rob Foster and Josh Phelps.
Okay, in today's episode, we're going to be covering enjoying newbie gains again. So you're getting those newbie gains from the start and living them up. Why your workouts may be too complex. And then superset yourself sexy. And I like that one because I like using the word sexy.
That rolls off your tongue.
Superset yourself sexy. That could be a new program, right? So we're going to cover a lot of things today. Especially it's like a back to gym episode, right? Because
It's kind of like this is almost like the first day of the new year. Where people are back to. I mean, I know some opened. We did as well Saturday, and some opened yesterday, Sunday. This is Monday, the very first day.
Full day. Yeah, I mean, it was kind of like not an anticlimax, but like we were like, we're open. Did like 3 sessions, and then that was it. We closed it. But anyway, hey, listen. So we start with gym fails, and we're not going to let this one slide today. So we are still having to cover a lot of our personal experiences until we get guests back on. And this one I call El Bandito. Not just for the fact that it's using bands, but we also had a Spanish element into it. So trainer of ours using bands. Bands are frequently used in a gym, sometimes fantastically, sometimes not so well. I've seen some pretty crazy things happen with bands of all different colors, and often they get used for pull-ups, so accessories and pull-ups. And a trainer was using bands with his client as a pull-up accessory. So for those people who may never have used this, what they did was wrap the band around the top, and this particular instance, instead of putting the knee in, they put their foot in, which is fine, getting full extension, pressuring down, and with the obviously the assistance of the band, it helps you get your chest all the way up, retracting the scap, getting up nice and high, getting that assistance. But it can come at a price if you're not careful.
So there's 3 things. Well, there's a few little bits. I always give clients tips to keep that on the foot, right?
Right.
Keep your legs straight, locked out, cross over your foot. Like not necessarily that's a great thing to do when you're doing bodyweight pull-ups, but for a band, you almost trap it on the foot. And these are going along, obviously, to give you an idea of what may be going to happen to the band.
So they didn't do this, and he jumped in, got in, pushed the band down. This was a blue band, and for people who are aware, that gives
probably
possibly
like 3 inches thick.
Yeah, I mean, this gives you a lot of support. Yeah. It's quite a tight band. And foot's gone down, he's pushing, he's getting a god pull up or so, and then all of a sudden you just hear this and then a big Spanish cry for help, basically. Like, ow! Is that a noise? Maybe. I don't know. Listen, it was interesting. It was a big enough noise for me to turn around. Next thing, poor guy, I turn around, he is holding onto the bar, and he has a blue band that has just slid straight through the middle of his legs, and pow! Yeah, as you can imagine, wow. Hanging there is not a comfortable position. The worst part was his trainer turned around. His initial reaction was to laugh, which I can understand because it was humorous. Luckily, his client had a smile on his face, which I don't know if I should be worried. Well, it might have been a grimace. It might have been tears. But, and I was like, you're going to have to get him out. So next thing, there's bands being pulled down. He comes out. Yeah, that's
not an easy retraction of movement, that is really.
No, you've got to get in time. You've got
to get a stretch on the band to get it off.
It was a bit of a he had to pull. So be careful. Those who are going out there and the YouTube and stuff.
It looks cool to do pull-ups with bands. You're like, flying up.
Not so cool if you get it in the yin gangs.
Gym fail videos are right.
I mean, I think you got some gains in different areas that you didn't want right there. Anyway, that's gym fail of the day. So if you're going to be going back to the gym, you're going to be trying out some new stuff that you've been YouTubing, just be aware that there are some safety elements, and those bands do ping and sting. Ping and sting. So we talked about newbie gains again. So newbie gains, it's kind of a phrase, I think. I'm pretty sure it's the phrase.
It's from
quite self-explanatory, right?
There's some sort of scientific research done around the year's training, so how long you've been training as a gym goer, I suppose. It's generally done about weight training, but the earlier you are in your weight training career or whatever your experience, the more you'll gain, and then over time, the more experience